All right, today we're going to talk about the MaxxForce DT engine and its higher horsepower affiliate, the MaxxForce 9 and 10. We'll compare that to the Cummins ISC and its higher horsepower affiliate, the Cummins ISL. The MaxxForce DT, it's been around since it's got its debut in 1971, powering farm and construction equipment. Then in 1975, it began pulling trucks over America's highways. For the last 4 decades, it's been known for its sheer power and unmatched durability. Right? Cummins ISC, ISL, also a very reputable engine. Right? The engine we know today was built and designed in 1998, but largely off of its predecessor, which was powering medium-duty trucks since 1985. Right? The DT, MaxxForce DT, is in our international Durastar and Workstar models, and then the Cummins ISC and ISL can be found in trucks engineered by Peterbilt, Kenworth, and Freightliner. So one thing to keep in mind is that both of these engine families are a wet sleeve design. So there is a rebuildability and durability aspect designed into these engines that is not designed into most medium-duty engines that we know, such as the Cummins ISB and the MaxxForce 7. So with the wet sleeve design, you often get heftier components throughout the engine makeup, and it comes at a premium price. And this wet sleeve in the cylinder bore acts to protect the engine block against damage, and they can be easily replaced in chassis at a low cost. So now let's look at these engines from a strength and durability perspective. If we look at the main caps, you can look at the sheer size advantage that the MaxxForce DT has. Right, this is what supports the heart of the engine. And with the crankshaft securely in place, the rest of the engine can do its job. So if you, again, sheer size advantage, in addition to the main bearing caps, we have a ladder reinforcement. And so we bolt that to the bottom of our main caps to give the bottom end a little bit more strength and durability. As you can see, the Cummins has an open skirt design, nothing bridging the gap between either side of the crankcase. And so with our ladder reinforcement, we have an extra rigidity built into the lower bottom end in an area which has extreme torsion and deflection forces with that crankshaft spinning over the life of the engine. Lastly, our single piece piston design, steel piston design, is a more simple and reliable design than the Cummins two-piece piston design with a steel crown and an aluminum skirt. More unique, however, is the fact that our piston is designed with an effective and dedicated cooling gallery. As you can see, our 2 ports here, we have engine oil that's targeted through cooling jets. It jets engine oil into these ports, ensuring that we generate an optimal flow of oil in the crown so that it can absorb critical heat away from this extremely hot spot on our engine. So when talking about power and performance, MaxxForce has the competitive edge in both the quantity and the quality of our ratings. Now, one thing to note is that Cummins does offer 2 higher horsepower and torque ratings, which MaxxForce does not offer in their medium-duty engine line. But through 350 horsepower and 1150 pound-feet of torque, MaxxForce has both superior ratings and more quantitative ratings, 14 ratings to Cummins 6 ratings. Those ratings are superior when you look at the performance curves depicted here on the screen. This is a MaxxForce DT rating, bringing in peak torque sooner and holding it just as long. MaxxForce 10 rating will show you the same illustration, more usable peak torque across the RPM operating range. Now those are the numbers and supporting evidence, and the turbos is the story behind that. And so the story behind them is, of course, MaxxForce industry unique dual sequential fixed vane turbos, which not only offer better performance, but are more simple and reliable design than the commonly used variable geometry turbo, which is electrically actuated and has a small variable geometry vanes that have constantly moved to meet the boost demand of the engine. So the simple and effective boost design of the MaxxForce provides better clutch engagement and, as you saw in the performance curves, better performance throughout the engine's RPM operating range. Nothing speaks volumes like standing behind one's product. A customer of any caliber can surely appreciate a stout warranty and an option to get extended warranty. With the MaxxForce DT9 and 10, standard warranty is 3 years, versus Cummins 2 years. Now, Cummins might tout a higher mileage threshold. However, most of the applications that these medium-duty engines go into are not high mileage applications, and so the more important threshold to look at is years. Now, the next question a customer has is, what kind of extended warranty can I get? MaxxForce DT9 and 10 offers 8 years, 300,000 miles, comprehensive extended warranty coverage. Cummins offers 5 years, 300,000 miles of comprehensive extended warranty coverage. Now, that includes turbos, water pumps, fuel pump, and injectors. Cummins will offer a 7-year plan, but it excludes those major critical components such as turbos, water pump, fuel pump, and injectors. So to wrap up the comparison between the MaxxForce DT9 and 10 and the Cummins ISC and ISL, bigger and more stout bottom end components, including the bigger main caps, the ladder reinforcement, and the single piece efficient cooling design of the piston, give the MaxxForce the competitive edge in strength and durability. In performance and power, there are more quantity and better quality of ratings in the MaxxForce. However, the Cummins does offer 2 higher horsepower and torque ratings, which we offer in our big bore engines. And then lastly, in customer service and support, we have greater standard warranty coverage, 3 years versus 2 with the MaxxForce, and greater extended warranty coverage, 8 years versus 5.